Sekiro was a From Software Souls game that was awarded Game of the Year. I hated it. I couldn't get very far and didn't want to. And I'm a Souls veteran. Everything was just so tense all the time. They punished you for getting hit, bosses were tanks, the timing on parries was both strange and had no room for error. There weren't a whole lot of RPG elements, maybe if I had played more into the game, not sure. I knew about the issues with it going in, but it was so strict and not very enjoyable. It was fun trying to watch Vin Diesel pronounce it though.
Sekiro.
At first I thought Wolong was going to be another Sekiro. It had one of the producers from that game involved, so I knew it would borrow a lot of ideas from it, and after failing at the demo a lot, I was pretty much convinced that I was going to have the same situation again. But Team Ninja made the masterpiece that is Nioh 2. This is a game that I have 1,000 hours in. So I bought Wolong on the PC. Just kidding. The PC port had so many problems that I had to get it for the PS5. Despite all this, I put my faith in Team Ninja that somehow they would make something great. I fired up the game and got my ass kicked for about 2 hours. I just couldn't figure out the timing of regular enemies and parries and dodges, and I would do okay and then something new would just destroy me. I mean, it was a real learning curve, so I kept at it. Finally, I got to the first boss. My friend said that the boss was refund worthy. I didn't really know what he meant, but luckily for me, the boss's attacks were telegraphed well, and I was able to do pretty good. It felt great after a few tries, finally defeating the General of Man. But then he had a second form.
No! JK, I have 2 more forms!
This was nuts, because putting a 2-stage boss in the first level of your game requires a massive pair of them. But it was for a reason. After struggling with the first boss, I suddenly understood the game, and I continued to get better. What I got was not really a masterpiece, but a competent game that managed to hold my interest for a good chunk of hours, and unlike Sekiro, I even finished it. The thing that makes Wolong better than Sekiro, in my opinion, are options. This is a very defensive battle system, but you have windows to do extra damage and combos. I have magic in this game, there is leveling and customization, I have different armor and many different weapons to learn, and I can grind in an area or run through it and not grind at all. I can summon a dude or a divine beast if I'm having trouble. I have options. I don't have to hit my head against the boss until I win. I can go on another mission, level up, change my weapon, grind morale in my current stage. Eventually From Software would fix issues like this with Elden Ring, but Sekiro is far too unforgiving. Wolong gives you a break occasionally, even a hub area with secrets to find. All of this added to a slightly more forgiving game, and despite some challenging moments, it was fun. Kinda. Here are some other good things about it. There's a satisfying cling sound when you successfully deflect attacks. Learning a boss is a really fun experience. Well, depending on the boss. You know, Lu Bu is kind of a chore. You can deflect anything, even explosions. The levels encourage exploration. It has a sandbox feel. The levels seem big, but they're actually kind of cozy. You can run through a stage, but you'll end up missing most of the flags in the level that boosts morale and be at a disadvantage for the boss. If you explore, you'll find all the items you need to upgrade weapons and armor without having to grind. Your current mission progress is saved, so if you get to a battle flag, you can leave the level and resume from there with your progress saved, which is really nice. I was worried that the game was going to force me to play too aggressive without any other strategies because it rewards being aggressive, but no, it allows you to be aggressive when you want to or be more defensive. It rewards you for playing defensively by weakening the enemy's chi ever so slightly when you deflect. You can block and cancel into a deflect, so it makes it really easy to avoid too much damage. Wolong isn't all wonderful though. Animation canceling isn't great, especially with bigger weapons. You will have to wait for opportunities to do damage. My biggest issue is that the most damaging move you can do when an enemy is stunned is just press the top face button, triangle in my case. You will do a flashy move and do a lot of damage. But wouldn't it be better if you were able to take advantage and combo the enemy while they are stunned for a chance to do more damage? They really throttle you here. Perhaps a reward for comboing good would be, good. You will fight the same enemies again and again, and every level has the same structure. Your basic weapon attacks are not varied. I guess you don't need a bunch of different attacks when you are blocking all the time. The build system and New Game Plus aren't really that interesting, since the game is basically parry correctly and win, or miss too much and fail. It doesn't seem like a game that has a lot of build diversity, but I still haven't messed around too much in this area. I guess we have DLC to wait for. I used a 4-star weapon and a 1-star weapon, and the only real difference is I may get another move with my weapon. Obviously, some weapons do more damage than others and have different martial arts moves, but the base game doesn't have a lot of replay value. This is a minor gripe, but when I decorate my armor and weapons, I don't get to preview what it will look like until I pay the money to equip it. I mean, it's cheap in-game currency, but still. The AI is kind of dumb. They will wait a while to attack, and you might want to run away from an enemy, and they will not only engage that enemy, but drag its aggro and the enemy to you. Luckily, they can be removed if you want to fight solo, or added back in if you suck, or if you're fighting this boss. God, I hate this boss. Also, the English voice acting is like out of a Dynasty Warriors game. It's really bad. I bet they even cast the same voice actors.
May I ask who you are? Colonel Yuen? The one who is favored so by the stars? What fate that we should meet here!
Indeed. I am Yuan Shao.
These colorful mermaid characters are my Achilles heel. I just can't even for some reason. In conclusion, this is a competent Souls-like with a parry system. It's satisfying when you fight well, and humbling when you don't. It may allow more freedom than others. It's not hard to see what you're getting. They have recently announced some DLC, and of course I paid for it because Season Pass. And if they ever make a sequel, then get ready for some feature creep. As of right now, Team Ninja is working on their open world Rise of the Ronin next year, so if Wolong isn't your type of game, perhaps another will come soon. But you have plenty of games to play in 2023, including a certain one that lets you knock down and combo enemies. This is Dan T from Twisted Banana Productions, deflecting your criticisms in the comments section.